Hi, Joe here from Creative Empowerment. Today we're going to be doing a reading with the Flowers of the Night Oracle cards by Sherilyn Darcy, an Australian oracle card author and maker. These cards are amazing. I love them. So let's get right into it and see what this week holds for you. So our first card on the left, card central in the center, and our third card over there, and I'm going to place some little objects on them instead of calling them card 1, card 2 and card 3. So there we have the 3 different objects, and we have a beautiful heart shape here as card 1. Card 2 is I think it's an oyster shell, and the third one is a beautiful piece of Australian bush. So get yourself nicely centered, breathe deeply into your lower belly, relaxing your body and asking which card is for you for today, for this week ahead. And I'm going to get stuck right in. So first of all, we're going to go with this beautiful heart-shaped stone and turn it over. So if you've chosen this card, this week is the full moon week, which was, we had the full moon last week, so we're coming up to the next full moon. So timing wise, it could be that it's around that time, or it could actually be that it could be this week that we're in right now, because you can see there's a bit of a shadow on the moon there. And we have this lovely little creature down here of the night, and we have what looks like a carnation on the right. So beautiful pink light coming in here, and a lot of light, a lot of white from the illuminated moon, and light also coming around here. This could represent your heart and illuminating your heart and working on healing. So perhaps you are feeling at the moment that you're needing to protect yourself, that you need to kind of hide a little bit and go into, somewhere where you're feeling safe and loved and not on show. So here, this little creature is just showing a little bit of themselves, not ready to take on the world. And perhaps that's how you're feeling at this moment in time. But as you are working in this protection mode, you are doing quite a lot of healing, and you're ready to see the fruits of your labor. It's all starting to blossom and to bloom. So it's probably a strong message to let you know not to be too worried about the fact that you are feeling like not getting out there and, being a part of the world just yet. But that whatever you're doing in this time of shelter in place, lots of other words for it, that you've already bloomed one bright and beautiful thing that's very close to your heart, and you've definitely got another one that you're working on, and there's a possibility of a third and maybe even a fourth. But I would definitely say 3 things that you've been working on during this time. And what I'm really being drawn to is how this little being is staring straight back at us. So it's really looking you in the face and going, you know what, whatever you're working on, you're really working through a lot of deep stuff. You're being really honest with yourself, and it's going to pay off in the long run. I hope you've enjoyed your reading today. If you have and you'd like to see more readings, please subscribe to the channel. And now we're going to move on to card 2, or the oyster shell. So we'll move that up there, turn the card over. Preserve. Wow. And this card also has another little thing down here which tells us about the flower, Silver Ghost. Now I'm being really drawn to this green in the flower itself. So there's a lot of deep healing, and this feels like it's probably the back of your heart, And what I mean by that is you're working on past things, you're working on old wounds and perhaps old patterns of and ways of being that you're working on that perhaps have been really in the shadow, and you're allowing them to come up and to be noticed, to be healed. You're bringing them into the light to be healed, not so you can see how many wounds you have. It's not about that. And here, so this little creature on this tightrope, perhaps this for you signifies how you felt during this time where you're doing this real shadow work, this real deep heart healing work. And you can see that there's brightness on the edges. You're coming out of whatever it is that you've been working on. And here he's describing to you, we've got the full moon or the almost full moon. He's sort of showing you that, yes, it has felt like you're walking on a tightrope, but you're okay. You're actually going to be fine, because even though it's felt like you're, balancing one way or the other, you've done it. You're still perhaps working through some of it. So I won't say that you're in the clear just yet, but persevere, because you're doing a great job at this healing work that you're doing, whether it's you working through old patterns and ways of being, or whether you're getting some assistance to do that from, someone you're working with, some flower essences or yoga poses, whatever it might be that you're into and that you're working with currently. But know that it's doing the right thing. So again, if you've enjoyed this this reading, please subscribe to the channel for more readings and let me know how you went. So now we're going to move on to the reading 3. Don't want that to fall off. Yeah. Stay. Stay. Card 3, and here we have and we've got Restore, and this is the Rain Lily. Now, this is in the upside down position, and although Sherilyn Darcy doesn't do an upside down reading, the messages are coming intuitively to me, so I will read this as a card in the the protection position. So I'll bring it up close so you can see what it is. And here we have 2 rain lilies, and they're in a sickle moon with 2 very, very bright stars here. The night sky is quite dark other than those things. And when we turn it so that it is in the position that it came in, we can really see that these lilies, and they represent yourself and another, and it could be a child, it could be someone that you work with, or someone who's in your life but is a younger person, and you and this person are working with the moon perhaps, or working with the moon's cycles, energy, etc. And it's about taking time to restore yourself during the moon cycles. So when you're working with the moon cycles, there are times for rest, there's times for play, there's time for action, there's a time for each aspect of what we want to do in the world. But if we don't take this time to rest and to recharge and restore ourselves, we get depleted and we can't fully bloom. And we can see that both of these flowers don't look like they're fully bloomed. And it could be that they need that rest. And so what it's saying, this card, is that you need your rest. And it's not forever. That's what this part of the moon is showing you, that it's a phase, it's a part of your life. It's part of the journey, and it might be a regular part of your journey. It may not also. It could be specific to this time that we're living through. But it's time to take notice that whatever it is that you're doing for yourself, so you're doing work on yourself, But if you don't take this really yin time to go deep, to rest, then the work is all for nothing, because you are not restoring yourself back to this, the highest potential of who you can be. So this is a really deep message for you this week. And this is a message that we often resist because we don't like being still. We don't like being, sorry about the camera shake there. We don't like being told to slow down, to stop. But that's exactly what you need. And it could be that you need to do it all the way up to the quarter moon, or it could be that at the quarter moon you'll notice it even more. I hope you've enjoyed your reading today, and perhaps you may not like the message because it is one of slowing down. But if you have enjoyed it, please subscribe and let me know how you went with the message. I'll be doing more readings each week and other various videos. Thanks for watching. See you now. Bye.